I recently bought this chair for very cheap. It was put up on marketplace, and I was just looking for a nice chair because I recently fell in love with the idea of having just a nice armchair where you can just sit in and maybe write some songs or play the guitar, think about things, listen to music or whatever, read. And it turned out that the reason why it was cheap was the chair had just been standing in another living room that these people never really used, which is just too bad. It's just such a good chair, like it's handmade and everything. So I just saw that chair and I thought, I just need that chair in my life. I just need that chair in my life. It's just too good. And that's the same thing or the same way I feel about making music, writing songs and stuff. I don't want it to just, be a thing that's in another living room that you never use, because it's really good and I just love using it or whatever. Does that make sense? The longbaby project actually started as just me trying to make my friend laugh. He just had his first child, and it was like, he wasn't getting any sleep and all that, and so I just wanted to make him laugh. So I made a stupid song. I thought it could be fun to just make a song with someone telling like the baby, you need to sleep, you need to listen to your parents, or you're gonna die because the world is dangerous. For a while, up until that moment, I hadn't really had a lot of fun making music. For some reason, maybe not really allowing myself to suck and have fun at it and all that stuff. So the longbaby project really sprouts from having fun with making music, and that's how I wanted to be in the future. And going back to the chair in the living room. It's also a project that's about trying to make sure that chair doesn't stand in another living room. That music becomes a part of my everyday life because I just love it too much.
Inhale and exhale, but the air is wrong. Feeling stale, getting pale in comparison. Cannot tell if I'm well or the road is gone. But we're all running on in a marathon. We inhale and exhale, but the air is wrong. Feeling stale, getting pale in comparison. Cannot tell if I'm well or the road is gone. But we're all running on in a marathon.
So I just want to talk about comparing yourself to others, and comparing yourself to the journey comparing your journey with other people's journey. I think that's a very unhealthy thing to do, and you can really easily get stuck in that kind of hole, and just especially if you're on social media a lot, even watching other creators that you love, you can start, digging yourself down into a hole and, thinking, how will I ever do anything with my life? Those kind of thoughts, bad thoughts. And that's what that little song just now was about. It's about just people just running along in a marathon feeling like they have to keep up with other people, and you really don't. You can just run off course and just run over there if you want. You don't have to run on on the path set for the marathon that's going on. You can just run that way if you want. You didn't even stop running if you want and just enjoy the view a little bit, maybe, because we're all gonna die one day, and so why not just, why not make your own way to where you want to be, and do it at a pace where you don't break your neck, and you can still do other things that you love in life, and you can still keep close to who you are and do it your own way. Cheers. So, about this video, the reason why I'm making this video is just to say hello, and also to have something else on this YouTube channel than the video I posted last time about the monthly song thing that can really that can actually give people a sense of who I am as a person, because realizing that there really wasn't anything else on the YouTube channel to give you a sense of that, I felt like there had to be another video that was more down to earth and grounded and real than just that satirical bit, because that's not what I want this channel to be. Actually, I'd rather like this channel to be a place where you can share your thoughts, and I can share my thoughts and be real with people, because I would hate to get stuck acting, to get stuck in sort of like having to perform to be like a character or something like that. That's not at all what I'm trying to make, and I thought maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's good to get that down from the beginning, and don't tread that way if you don't want to be there, so that's what this is, and I also came across as maybe a little childish humor in that video, but I grew up watching, Garry's Mod Idiot Box and other stuff like that. There's crazy internet stuff. I remember with me and my friends who also watched those things on the internet. We would like imitate the Garry's Mod videos. We would just do like, you know how the arms just racked all around, like, yeah, we would just run around the kitchen at home, and my dad would just shake his head like, what the fuck is wrong with you kids? So I will never stop thinking those Garry's Mod videos are funny, like, and that kind of humor. It sits too deeply within. I can't help it, but and that's fine. I don't mind that. I was just also a little afraid that maybe in the last video it came across as though I wouldn't take writing songs seriously, or that I don't take writing songs seriously. I do, but of course also want to have fun doing it, and I think that's the way to go about it.
I let myself to grand betrayal, following the candid trail ahead. I let myself to death, put a noose around my neck and leapt. And I'm sorry now.
So that was a dark song I made some years ago, and I made a bunch of dark songs, like lyrically dark, and I think it was just a period of life where, one of those periods where you just have to process stuff, and really there wasn't much to process. I don't know what was going on. I had a nice life, so I don't know why that stuff came out, but there were some emotions, some hidden emotions somewhere, I think. But yeah, today I want to make music that I can bring home and play for the people that I grew up around, and for my family and friends, and just stuff that you can perform and sort of make people to make people happy, I guess. And even though it might be a sad song or whatever, just sort of feel good, make people feel good. And songs that maybe tell a story. Yeah, because I think that yeah, and maybe just keeping it sort of simple and grounded and real and true, and not writing anything that's not true, like when writing these dark songs to be like, I think that's why I cringe actually when listening to it today, because I kind of do cringe, because some of the stuff I wrote about it wasn't really, I can tell today that it wasn't really true. I may have been feeling that way, but it wasn't really true. But that's all right. There's no shame in that, and there's no shame in growing from who you were. But yeah, I just want to play for you a little snippet of a song I'm working on, just to give you a sense of where I am today with the songs that are being worked on. And let's call this one "Me and My Old Bike," because that's what started this song. Yeah, something like that. All right, I just wanted to finally tell you about the thing that the last video is about, which is this idea I had about of making a monthly custom song for you if you want to be a patron on Patreon. That's what you're gonna get at the moment. A monthly custom song. So there will be a post every month on Patreon where you can just write in the comment, what do you want the song to be about? It can be a sentence, it can be an image, it can be a thought, or I don't know, a little figurine you have in your drawer somewhere or whatever. And then I write a little short song, and send it to you. It will always contain at least lyrics and some other element, because that's what I think is the bare minimum to have a song. And maybe also it should have a start and an end. But it'll probably maximum be 1 minute and more likely be around 20 seconds, 30 seconds. We'll see. If the Patreon suddenly grows in memberships and for some blessed reason is flooded with people who want to support, there'll have to maybe be some changes to it, and it'll probably affect the quality of each song if I have to make like 100 songs every month for people on Patreon. But not that I won't be happy to, I just don't think I have enough time. But that will be as I wrote in the other video, that would be a welcome problem to have in the future, right? A luxury problem, I think. But anyways, for now I'll just keep writing songs and posting as much as I can. And yeah, it was nice saying hi to you. feel free to subscribe if you think that this might be of any interest to you and you want to follow along. And I hope you enjoyed this little long ramble. I know it maybe wasn't all that cohesive, but anyways, I hope you have a great day and a great life, and see you soon.